Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak 2. Okay, so Nadia and Swin have joined school for their first school day. The school blew up. That'll happen, I guess. But one of those time slip things happened, and they were able to go back and prevent it from blowing up. And the person who planted the explosive was the one that Rin exposed a year and a half or so ago, maybe just a year ago, as being coercive and threatening in his attempts to become class president. And she was so annoyed with him, she not only had him booted out of the school, but she brought down his father, who was very powerful politically. Not anymore, he isn't. And he was surprised that the explosive was so powerful. He was not expecting it to be enough to blow up a building. He thought it would just, rattle a few glasses. Okay. So somebody sold him some strong munitions. Oh, look, he puts his hands in his... I thought he put his hands in his pockets. No, they're just a flow on his hips. I don't think I've seen his resting animation before. Anyway, I've been thinking about the time slips, and twice they happened because
So sleepy.
Hey, how do I...
Leave it to me.
There we go.
Okay.
Because this one, was worried or was very upset somebody died. She saw Van get killed, time slip. She saw her friends on the student council dead, time slip. The other time slip, though, was because him and her and Elaine were killed. And the Genesis did the time slip for them twice because they failed their attempt at solving the problem twice. So the Genesis is the common denominator. I was thinking, and yes, here was the common denominator, but she was not present when Elaine, Swin, and Nadia were killed. Both times. So yes, she would have been very upset about that, but did the Genesis pick up on how upset she would be and slip them back in time so she wouldn't be upset? I'm not sure. In any case, let's go ahead and get going here. Now, we do have one green thing, is we're doing our night patrols now, and Agnes has agreed to come with us after changing her clothes in the dorm, and somehow they also changed their clothes in the dorm. I guess you have to have your work clothes stashed all over the city when you're doing Spriggan work. Okay. So we're going to go here first.
Here I go!
And see what's going on. And this is going to be a lot of walking around talking to people. See what's happening.
All right.
Leave it to me.
I'll leave her in front. There, I have a speedy stuff happening. You're looking nervous. I just can't seem to find a vendor who's willing to take on my family's produce. The only stall I haven't asked yet is owned by the market manager, Romaine. He's famous for having strict standards, so the idea of being under his scrutiny has my knees knocking together. Guess it wouldn't hurt to ask, but still. Okay, the bulletin board's over here. So I assume we have a 4 Spriggan request. There's a 4 SPG on the bulletin board. Laxer's Path. Laxer's been acting strange lately. Not only has he been going out by himself in the middle of the night, but he's been really moody too. Can you look into what's going on with him and help him? Come to my apartment building, and I'll tell you more. Okay. While we're doing to-do list stuff, though, let's check and see if we have any other... That's it. We don't have any connection events. I wonder if we can go see a movie. Seems criminal to go see a movie without Van present. we'll just have to deal, right? Let's get this taken care of, and then we'll go see if there's any movies available. Oh, there looks like a lot of new stuff we can buy. So we talk to her. Looks like there's someone on the other side we can talk to.
Take a look at my wares.
Keep your eyes on this.
Oh. Trouble finding the door. Here it is. Hello, ma'am. Belinda. For as much as Moses loved his board games, the poor dear has never been very good at them. Though by the look of things, it may just be that he holds back against me in particular. Still, I consider little acts of kindness like that to be the secret behind our happy marriage. And you don't have anything new? The true appeal of board games lies in the social interaction they provide. Even now, I'll pick up the newest releases for my wife and I to enjoy together. Oh, that's Moses. You know, your wife's over there shopping in your store. Maybe you can give her a discount. In fact, we have plans to play one tonight. I'm counting down the hours as we speak. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. More and more of my evening customers have been looking for weapons rather than hardware lately. Dealing in arms is a hassle and a half, and the toll it takes on your nerves is nothing to scoff at. But at the end of the day, it's how I keep a roof over my head. Okay, one at the end. One stall too far. Leonardo Apparel. Our original fashion brand is geared towards young students. Wear our clothes and popularity will be all yours. That's the idea. That's the idea behind most advertising. Hi, guys. What is it, Sean? We might be getting home a little late today. Actually, your mother should also be heading back soon. What do you say to grabbing some takeout before we leave? Good idea! How about we get the meat pie Mom likes? Oh, that's some smart thinking, kiddo. You're such a sweet boy, Gain. We'll have meat pie for the entree then. Why don't I buy you some of your favorite cake for dessert? Yeah, I can share it with you and Mom too. Okay, straight ahead into the fishing place. I have not done a lot of fishing, I've done some. Welcome back, Shannon. Hey, I brought everything you wanted on your shopping list. Plus a few snacks for good measure. Actually, want to hear something crazy? They gave me this ticket for their lottery while I was checking out. Why don't we try and give the wheel a spin sometime? Is this another mini game? A lottery ticket, huh? What's their grand prize? I think it was an all-expensive paid trip to some island resort. Just imagine all the rare fish we could catch there. Oh, you're right. We could totally make it a fishing trip. I'm sure Kyle would be all for it, too. All right, it's a plan. Let's try and spin the wheel tomorrow, then. Yeah. You're pretty serious about fishing, huh? You know, I've noticed it's kind of rare to see kids and teens fishing in the Republic. It's a little funny, to be honest. We know so many people in Crossbell and the Empire that are maniacs about it. Oh no, I totally forgot we had customers. Sorry for the wait, you guys. Here, why don't you take some free samples? Oh, thank you. Fish and bait obtained. Well, thank you very much. Woohoo, we'll be sure to put them to good use. Yeah, thanks.
Something you're looking for in particular?
A new carbon line would do just nicely.
Talk to you later.
Make fishing easier. Okay, so we got the new stuff from them. New stuff in the cafe. Again, if you hear crashing, my two youngest cats, I have 4 cats total. My 2 youngest cats who just turned a year old are wrestling up a storm. So that's it. That's all the crashing sounds. Some customers will tell me that drinking coffee too late in the day keeps them awake at night. That varies from individual to individual, however. Others say they actually sleep better after having a cup. My recommendation would be to add a generous portion of milk to a light roast. Doing so keeps its stimulating effects to the minimum without compromising the soothing aroma. It will allay your fatigue while still allowing for peaceful slumber. I highly suggest giving it a try.
Let's go.
Rami, my goal is to become a barista like Mr. Ward. I've even been getting one-on-one coffee brewing lessons from him. He really is too good to me.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
Rich espresso. That seems like it would keep you awake. No, we already ate that, so we're good there.
Please stop by again!
Elton! One of the regulars here insists that cafe lattes and the like are the only acceptable forms of coffee. The owner is the lenient sort, so I hold my tongue around him. The very idea reeks of ignorance. Plebeians! That inspired me to take a big gulp of peppermint tea.
I can't get enough of this heavenly scent.
I talked to her. Jumana? Jumana, hello. You know that man who's always sitting at the counter? He keeps claiming that coffee should be black and nothing else. But if you ask me, coffee that isn't sweet doesn't even deserve a passing sip. I like my lattes, but there are times I like the really, really strong black coffee. Porter? Oh my gosh! I could have missed you if I didn't come in here. What's up? I just feel like there's a limit to how much information I can get in Edith. Anyway, have you found anything out over in Oralcion? Yeah. It's just like you said, something weird is happening with the stock market. But it's different from what happened last year, right? With the Quincy Company and Etwest prices crashed? From what I remember, Valis Investment Bank was the one that came to their rescue. Really? Where their stock crashed because they were racist bastards, basically. And they were caught funneling money to Almada. Or maybe classist is a better term, because Elaine's father wanted to reestablish the monarchy because they used to be aristocracy back in the, 100 years ago. Exactly. It's not like their reputation was at an all-time high, but the people's faith in them has basically plummeted. However, I've actually noticed a new player in the market recently. There's this one investor who's been buying up all sorts of property in the Republic, even in Edith. So, that's what was affecting the market. Yeah, if you had said something in the first place, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it. I kind of thought it was just a lucky guess. But you've got some real journalistic instinct, don't you? Well, I did have a little help. But anyway, why don't you tell me the name of that investor? I would, but all I have are his initials. Is it C? Sounds like Marielle has been pretty busy lately. Oh, hi, Agnes. Out on the time with the substitute brigands? I heard about how you handled today's incident at the academy, by the way. Mind if I get an interview later? As nice as that sounds, we'll have to pass. Ah, well, okay. You must be pretty busy anyway, if you're still at it this late at night. As for me, I just got a lead on this case I've been dogging for a while, thanks to Ferdinand here. Now comes the part where I really have to work my butt off. You guys hang in there too, okay? Boy, Marielle's natural instinct and dog thirst for scoops really catch me off guard sometimes. They also stoke my competitive spirit as an RG reporter. going to keep looking into this through my own investigative channels. Okay, stock market manipulation, someone buying up property. Try to remember that for another time. Okay, more people to talk to and buy from. Did I talk to you, ma'am? Female reporter. So that's the eponymous proprietor of Gatu Di Dun. He certainly isn't short on enthusiasm. Hey. I promised to do a magazine interview after I close up shop tonight. The journalist came early and started watching my every little move. It's got me all tense. How's a guy supposed to work like this?
What's it gonna be?
You have anything new? You do not.
Later.
Okay, somebody over here has news. Not you. You. The tipple always tastes better after dark. You kids look a touch too young for that, though. We also have a range of non-alcoholic cocktails for sale if you're interested. It may not be the real thing, but the flavor should be to your liking.
Hello there.
Yang Lao Ju. Yang Lao Ji? Medicinal liquor. It adds some CP, so I'll take two, because
Thank you.
in really tough fights, I'm usually desperate for CP. Let's see. Oh, hey. Kyle. I'm thinking of going out for some night fishing. I don't want anything distracting me from the catch, so I plan on filling my stomach here at the march before Marche. Come to think of it, Makino and Shannon have been getting a lot more comfortable with their rods lately. Maybe it's time I taught them how to do some night fishing of their own. My mind went someplace unsavory. I'm not going to say anything
Check out what
else.
I have on offer.
These kiwis are nice and ripe. I wonder if we'll have any left over later. Then I could share them with Kate and his parents.
Okay.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
Nothing new?
Please, come back
Okay.
Janesta. Hurry and grab yourself some fruit before we close up shop. Back now and I'll give you 3 fully ripened kiwis for only 10 mira. Just be sure to eat them all before the day's out. How about it? They make for a great late-night dessert.
It's so lively around
Time
here.
for another swig.
Oh, they're over here. Over here? Oh, the food truck. Can I interest you in a nice hearty, I can never say that, woolen base for dinner? Woolen law? It's chock full of nutritious seafood brought fresh from the trout stall.
What can I get for you?
Extra chunky. Yummy. Did have that once in a really fancy restaurant. They put a bib on me. So disconcerted me that I
Thanks for
wasn't able to
shopping.
fully enjoy it. 'Cause I wasn't expecting the bib. It was a good thing I had it, though. When the waiter comes up behind you and slings something around your neck, your mind kind of goes to James Bond movies and garroting. Phew, nice work out there today, Karina. I think you just earned yourself a little evening drink. Maybe I'll stop by La Chow's and pick up some of their fancy stuff before heading back.
Hey,
The
hey,
best
welcome.
goods that money can buy.
That's trout. You know, I was thinking of asking your mother to make vongole pasta for dinner tonight. And I just can't think of a good dish to go with it. How about fried fish? That's an entree, sweetie, not a side. Still, it does your old man proud to know you've always got fish on the mind.
They're as fresh can be.
Grilled salmon. Let's have one, please.
Woohoo! Thank you.
You're welcome. Someone else on the other side. He's got new stuff. Hey there, folks. You're just in time for a nightly meat bonanza. As I can see, meat as far as the eye can see. The heck with turning a profit. I need everyone to help me get my inventory out of this stall and into their stomachs.
What can I get for you?
However, we do not have sale prices for you. Sorry, Agnes. Oh, it's a cooking
Thanks a bunch.
book thing. Signature hashed beef. Okay, I think that's most people in the main part of the mall and the cafe. Let's go see about... What are you doing? Begging for a date? Asking her to marry you? Apologizing for denting the car? Kana. What do you need, Kana? Oh, thanks for coming in, yes. Guess Van's still out of town, huh? Unfortunately, yes, but we should be able to handle anything that needs doing while he's away. That said, you had something you wanted to ask regarding Lakshar, right? Yeah, he's been working part-time recently. I'm sure you've heard that he's trying to become a bracer again, right? Ever since what happened to Cray Village, I thought he'd cooled off on the idea. But last week he started acting a little different. Oh, okay, she's from Cray Village. She happened to be in the capital when it was destroyed. So she is considered a survivor. And actually we have run into her. Excuse me. We've run into her in this game previously, too. And today, I just can't figure out where he went. Kana and Lashkar, they're both from Cray Village, but managed to keep from getting caught up in the disaster. By being out of town, yes. Yeah, trauma doesn't always get better with time. At least not easily. Kana, I'm sure you must be terribly worried about him. I'd like to know more about what's been going on with Lashkar lately. Do you think you could give us some more information? Well, first, you remember how out of control he was last year up until the Revolution Festival, right? Yes, I remember. He had so much pent-up anger that he used to pick fights with the local thugs. Then, at the beginning of the year, he started living with me, and he'd actually started making some friends around the market. I thought he'd finally calm down. But a little more than a week ago, no, maybe a little before that even, he started running off at night. It's almost like he's worse now than he was before. He'll even start crying sometimes completely out of nowhere. He sounds pretty unstable. And on top of everything else, he came home injured yesterday. I tried asking him about what was going on, but he refused to talk. He just ran off again. Ever since then, Oh, I really am bad at this, aren't I? To think I'm supposed to be the one adult he can rely on. Please, if there's anything you can do to help him. I hope you realize this isn't all on you. We still don't quite have enough information to go on, though, which means it might take some time to investigate. What do you want to do, Aggie? Let me think. We're taking it. Lakshar's been acting strange lately. Yes, we'll take the case. I'm not about to leave Lashkar to suffer through his feelings alone. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I asked you for help. We're still short on info, though. Guess we'll just have to start asking around. Right. Let's look for people he has regular contact with and see if they know anything. Maybe someone over at the chapel could help. Actually, he's been spending a lot of time talking to Yazem from the market lately. Yazem has a way of getting bits and pieces of news from the underground. Lashkar was talking to him a lot back when he was getting into fights. I see. I guess the only other place worth looking would be the guild. Yeah, he spent a lot of time there last year to help out. I think he was just looking for somebody to talk to. I know there were some bracers there that cheered him up a little, though. It sounds like the Bracer Guild may have some useful information as well. Yeah, thank you again. I know he's in good hands. All right, let's get investigating.
Time to start working.
And this is a topic quest. And we need to go to Station Street. But we also have more stuff to do here. Okay, so over in one of the booths. Kitty! My goodness, what's happening here? Tiger seems a bit down in the mouth somehow. Maybe Tiger's lost a friend? Is Tiger going to put up a forced Brigand request for us? Well, there's one that's just a cat's paw. We know where to go.
Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, I'm going right past you. Sorry. Weapons and hardware.
One sec.
Lashkar, huh? Yeah, he's been by my place a few times in the past. Like to ask about stuff going on in the criminal underworld. Can't count how many times I told him not to get him. It's like he's been up to a lot lately. Was there anything about him that seemed different? We heard he was acting a little strange about a week ago. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him around in a few days. But if you said this started a week ago, that's about all Kana could tell us. Do you know if anything happened to him around that time? Well, about 10 days ago, I heard talk that some people from the Central East have been up to something. Got ties to the underworld, too. Of course, it's just a rumor, but I figured it's something you might want to be aware of. Interesting. There's no clear connection, but it wouldn't hurt to keep it in mind. A mysterious crime ring, eh? Sounds pretty shady. Well, we don't know if they've got anything to do with Lashkar. For right now, it's just one more possible lead. That was certainly an interesting conversation. Although I really can't say we have more information than what we started with. We should talk to some more people before we rush into a decision. Yeah, we're not doing anything right now, obviously. Anyone else here? No. Okay. Interesting the places they're letting us go.
Zoom, zoom!
Oh, wow. Some new places to shop and people to talk to. And a chest? It's on the way to the waterway. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk to everybody here. Peter, Marilyn,
Seek out never
Sam.
before seen treasures as
Sam
the
looks a
curtain
little concerned,
unfolds on
doesn't she?
an all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford.
Wait, you actually enrolled yourself into an acting school, Peter? I didn't think you'd be the type. I mean, you're kind of, well, boring. Hold on. Doesn't that place have a partnership with your father's company? You didn't force them to let you in, did you?
3-point heat.
Oh, stop it. For your information, I passed the auditions fair and square.
And blaze a trail for
Didn't you even know my dad had connections to them anyway? Well, whatever. All that matters is I finally got my third-rate foot in the door. Once I make it big, you'll never be able to call me boring again. Oh, so in other words, you were envious of Stan's new modeling career. I'll admit, though, this burst of ambition isn't a bad look on you. Best of luck, Peter. You may just need it. Yeah, I don't know. Peter and wannabe actor don't really fit together in my mind. But who knows? Maybe he'll make it big and prove me wrong. I'll just do the normal thing and cheer him on. My dad's company only turns out supporting cast members or B-movie actors at best. But even still, just being part of the industry is already a huge step for me. It can only go up from here. Marilyn's going to eat her words one of these days. Got a response to that, Marilyn? Well, what Peter does is his business, so I won't lose any sleep over it. That said, I'm not so sure getting peer pressured into a career path is the wisest course of action. And that's one that comes with a lot of criticism, buddy. People you don't know will say such things about you. Knock on wood that he doesn't end up regretting this choice down the road. Yeah, this place does get pretty lively sometimes. Where's that cafe? Here's the upstairs part of it. Giselle? Hello. I'll never forgive myself for this. They managed to catch the counterfeit dealer, Magassa, a living legend, and I missed every second of it. Giselle lives for crime-type gossip. People even reported spotting her at this very cafe. Oh, why couldn't I have been one of them? Still, she's never been one to learn her lesson. Maybe someday I'll get a chance to see her in the flesh. There we go. I knew there was a door here someplace. That's quite the meow you have. Kajiyoshi? I can never tell what's going through this little guy's head. Oh, just look at him, staring at the night sky all pensive-like. That's the roof. Oh, I guess there's a painting of a night sky. That air of ennui only makes Kageyoshi all the more lovable. That said, I suspect he only gets this way when he senses something on the horizon. He would behave similarly last year after some incident or another was close to follow. Oh, great. People do say an animal's sixth sense is nothing to sneeze at. Maybe we should keep this one in mind. Oh, hello, there's Julian again. The owner just gave me the go-ahead. Said you've only got 30 minutes after closing, though. I'll try and help out to speed things out. That'd be great, Lyle. Are you sure it's all right for you to get home so late, though? Oh, she's trying to film in here. Yeah, don't you have to make dinner for your family? Yeah, it should be just fine. I did some meal prepping earlier in the week. And my mom can handle putting the kiddos to bed. If I had to do that, too, I wouldn't have room to squeeze in a night shift. Oh, hey, you guys. Are you in the middle of work right now? Well, something like that. Wow, you really put in the hours, huh? Julian, since you're with Class 7, would you like to join us? We could use a sword. I could say the same for you three. Yeah, filming at a cafe this late at night? That sounds like some serious overtime. Well, you know how it is. We just have to make sure the takes we get are worth it. Anything else to say? A cafe after hour makes for a pretty spicy atmosphere, don't you think? Boy, would I love to get behind closed doors with a cute coworker, or a beautiful customer, or... That's not what she meant. You know, I was just about to have a change of heart about you, Lyle. My mistake. At least he's consistent. Oh, isn't this the detective's wife and child? My husband works at international trade. It is not. Okay. He's been especially busy this past year or so, but things seem to be finally winding down for him. It'd be lovely if his work led to better relations between Calvert and Elsom. Daddy said his work's getting less busy soon, so we'll be able to spend more time together. I'm so excited. He's been away on business trips ever since we got to Calvert. Hey there, person who was a quest person last time. Well, that should just about do it for today. Always works up a sweat keeping this place tidy. The way I see it, even a part-time job can be fun as long as you pick one that suits you. Now, if I could just get my brother to understand that. Shakar. As I thought, the current fashions are reflecting the previous year's EGC trends a little earlier than usual. The event itself had been delayed for a day due to extenuating circumstances, but its impact on the social fabric is nothing short of phenomenal. That's the fashion show. I remember it vaguely. It was just talked about. We didn't actually see anything. And yes, long time no see. Student council duties have been keeping you busy, I take it. Hello, Mr. McMillan. Sorry for not stopping by for so long. But yes, we have a lot of preparations to make for the school festival and graduation ceremony. Ah yes, the academic year is ending soon, isn't it? I must say, time truly does fly. At any rate, be sure not to overextend yourself. You're welcome to stop and rest here anytime. Wow, Aggie, you and the owner talk to each other like old pals. Well, I used to visit with friends from time to time before I started working with poor Van. We'd even host their student council meetings here ever so often. Student council meetings? Hanging out in cafes together? Guess those are just the kind of things normal kids our age get up to.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
A Macmillan latte. Here's stat down.
Please stop by again!
Who wants some roasted chestnuts?
Delinquent? Eddie's chestnuts. Oh! Eddie is a former delinquent. Damn, those roasted chestnuts ain't half bad. Sure you're okay with giving me all this for free? You used to run with Desire, right? But you left, same as I did. That makes us bros in a way. And bros always get each other's backs. Ha! All right then, thanks. Guess all that talk I've been hearing is true. You really did go from kissing Jeffrey's ass to being your own man. Sure, I left the gang, but it ain't like I've done shit with my life since. Maybe I should go get off my ass and start my own biz. Well, it's not like I'm some big shot tycoon now, but do what you want. Who's gonna stop you?
What's it gonna be?
Yeah. Later. CP. One of our guys have been going straight ever since Jeffrey skipped town. That's all it took for Desire to fall apart. As far as gangs go, they were the lowest of the low. But hey, I'm rooting for the ones trying to make a new start. I know all too well how it feels to be lost like them. Okay, we have nothing to look up on the bulletin board. I may not look it, if that's Barker Tracy, but I've got a keen eye when it comes to sizing folks up. Just one glance, and I can clock a man who turned into putty in front of a lady. Call it a talent. Haven't reeled anyone in today, though. Maybe we'd be better off moving this operation downtown. The capital's got plenty of other places teeming with down in their luck smucks. Been a long time since I went out this far. Time to dust off the old boots and get to stepping. Okay, kind of down in the back alleys a bit. Oh, there's the cinema. Can you see a movie? Oh, Hermes! Guide Henrik. Thank you, Hermes. Hopefully we'll be able to make the adjustments in time. Glad to hear it. I'll keep an eye out for your reopening. Oh, if it isn't Arkwright's part-timers. I heard about what happened over in Aramis. Sounds like it was only a reg away from total catastrophe. Good job stepping in on time. You might put your boss to shame. That may be overselling it. Speaking of sales, I got a backlog of deliveries to make, so my hands are a little tied right this second. But if you're ever in need, I can hook you up with anything from blast suits to bulletproof vests. Just give me a holler if things start getting dicey. Aw, that's sweet of you. Hike lady. But we're trying to cut down on shootouts and bomb threats. Have to wonder where you're even sourcing those things. Still, it's good to know we have someone to count on if things really do hit the fan. Thank you very much, Hermes. She's just one of Calvert's many mysteries. Guide Hendrik didn't blink an eye at that, did he? Thanks to Miss Hermes here, we finally have the components we've been missing. With how old this theater's facilities are, we felt the need to bring its equipment into the modern era as much as possible. But finding parts that are finding parts that are compatible with their rather antiquated schooling units, however, proved to be quite a challenge. Now that things are sorted out, it's just a matter of finishing up construction. It won't be much longer before we make our grand reopening. The theater's not open. I can't watch a movie. I can't watch a movie. Ooh.
Care for some popcorn? Hi there. Want to try
Double
something?
popcorn. Sounds good.
Come again.
Oh, someone down here I missed.
I've got some delicious ice cream.
Good night falls, the temperature does too. It just makes ice cream all the more daring. Such was the concept behind my Winder combo special, and its reception was anything but chilly. Seasons are already changing though, huh? Maybe it's time I thought up a new product that captures the spirit of spring.
What can I get for you?
2 combo. Ooh, CP plus 20. We'll take 2 of those.
Thanks for shopping. I'd better get home soon.
Okay, head for the corner. You talk to our wannabe actor. The bookstore. Excuse me, miss. You're Albert's friend Agnes, aren't you? Tells me about your many efforts in the student council from time to time. Yes, I'm flattered you'd remember. It's a little embarrassing to know he talks about me, though. Is Albert a frequent customer here or something? Ooh, maybe he's got a hot for a certain beautiful bookstore owner. Sorry to disappoint, but it's more that he works for us part-time. He's quite a dedicated employee. We're very lucky to have his help. I can definitely see how Albert's meticulousness would come in handy here. Thank you for giving him a chance to show that.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Speed plus 6, quick plus 6. Probably something that can be combined into a better thing later on. Donatello! Looking for more books to mark up? I already follow the magazine serialization of Bravely Legends, but I'm still looking forward to reading the latest volume. Comics really are incredible, though. The graphics, the characters, everything just pops right off the page. Hand to heart, I consider the whole medium to be a respectable art form. Way, way back in the day, like early internet days, I actually had a website called The Woman of Marvel Comics and another one called Bring on the Bad Guys, the Villains of Marvel Comics, which were very popular in their day. a long time ago. So yeah, big fan of Marvel comics in particular and comics in general. If only my dad saw it that way. He just writes it off as kiddie stuff without so much as a sidelong glance. Oh my gosh, yes, when I moved out of home, I had to rescue my comic books, some of which are worth a lot of money now from my mother's efforts to throw them away. She did not succeed. Never mind. I'm just talking about is making me depressed. You like art, right? You can make a living being doing that, you know? That might be what you need. Transcend? Transcend is the name? I see. So the ones over there would work well as supplementary references. I have to say, data collection is a lot less of a chore when you own a T-phone. The OrbitalNet provides me with a fair amount of financial news and makes comparing information a breeze. Thanks to that, I have a much easier time choosing which books to actually buy as source material. At least you're using the net productively. And at the end there's something.
Come on, babe. Just give me a shot.
Sloth? Wendell. Who named their kid Sloth? Oh, I didn't realize you brought a T-phone, Sloth. You using it in place of that laptop you were always on? Yeah, I actually bought it with the money I got from selling that old brick. I'm telling you, this T-phone thing is the future, Wendell. Searching things on the net takes seconds. It is someone who likes to keep up. Apparently, the number of people registering to social media is through the roof, too. Well, you think of getting your hands on one? It's kind of expensive, so I might have to just put it off for a bit. Besides, I can always ask you to look up stuff for me, right? As for all the hot goss, I'll just find it out the old-fashioned way, eavesdropping in the restaurant.
Thanks for stopping by.
Miss Mao seems pretty strung out over everything going on in Langport. There's not really much I can do to help when it comes to the other side of this business. Yeah, this place is a front for Hayaway, but apparently the food's good. But the more I work to keep the restaurant running like normal, the less Miss Mao has to worry about. So there you have it. I'm going to knuckle down so she and Howhan can focus on what's important.
What would you like?
And hot and sour soup. Actually, that sounds really good. If that's a real thing, I'll look it up on DoorDash tomorrow and see if I can find it. So, yeah, Langport, what do you hear? Oh, this is a fine mess. The chaos in Langport is bound to affect all of Hayaway. We'll preserve the foundations of our family, if nothing else. But to what extent will the Lus manage to do the same? If it isn't the substitute Spriggans, and you have that part-timer from last year with you. I'm told Arkwright is hard at work on a business trip over in Langport. Right. So about that monologuing just now, you were letting us eavesdrop on purpose, huh? Still trying to feel us out, I take it. I'm definitely concerned about what Van is going through over there, though. Do you have any information? Not just about him, but Langport in general? Unfortunately, much of it falls under Hayway's internal affairs, so there isn't a lot I can share. Let's just put it this way. Arkwright Solutions is doing their fair share to restore order to Langport. Aside from that, the boss has yet to accomplish his objective, the one that isn't tied to any request. I see. Thank you very much. That gives us an idea of how things stand, at least. The objection that isn't tied to anything is retrieving the Genesis part. She knows about that? Wow. She's Hayaway, so... Okay, let's see who's up here. President Huckberry! Senator Polanski! many conversations with them in the first baths, so you find him there quite often. That certainly is an interesting suggestion. An economic policy such as this just might attract more investors to this market. You said it came from one young senator we were talking about before? Senator Ryan, yes. It's one of the items in the formal proposal he submitted to me last week. It's a departure from the course taken under the Republican Party's administration, so it's unlikely to be popular with more conservative members. However, both I and former Republican President Rocksmith believe it's at least worthy of consideration. There's certainly some stubborn mules in the mix, aren't there? I won't throw my lot in with any particular faction. But a slight change of course is nothing to fuss about if the aim is to compete with the current administration. Oh, I didn't expect that of you, Mr. Huckleberry. Huckberry. Usually bet on the more stable investments. Polanski and I have been pals for about 40 years now, by which I mean we're always swapping opinions. The man's too serious for his own good. Rocking the boat is what an opposing party is supposed to do. Either way, I've got no intention of backing any party. My only plans over the big day are playing mahjong in Old Town, where he will not be wearing such nice clothes. I've known Mr. Huckberry for some time. You could call him my mentor in economics and investment in a sense. He's a source of much valuable insight to me, even if I never trouble him for political support. Other people up here having nice conversations that we are not privy to, so let's see what else we've got here. I talked to everyone. All right, there's that mysterious treasure chest down there. Let's go have a look. Turn. I was afraid of this. The mere fact it was out here. It was going to be one of these. Okay, I'm going to save. And here we go. Well, the first Security 2 one I did was terrible. The second one I got really lucky on. Let's see how awful this one is. I might leave it for later, or even off screen if I don't make it right away.
Operation. Code under analysis. Security clear. Expanding search field.
I'm stuck.
Expanding search field. Expanding search field. Expanding search field.
You're kidding. This is the end?
Mission accomplished.
Why did I have so much trouble with that one with Mare? Another arts driver. Swappable in arts on the armament menu. Time and Mirage dual arts. Oh, okay, that was not nearly as horrible as I thought. But we couldn't see a movie, and that's what I wanted to do. Well, let's go to Station Street.
Zoom, zoom!
Okay, let's reverse course.
Just a rumor,
Go
right?
to the shopping,
Let's see.
Weston, that's it.
Need to buy.
Department
Gentlemen,
store.
Your attention, please. On the roof
Marguerite?
of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded by
All right,
greenery.
that's the shopping done. Tonight's dinner should be wonderful. Still,
Should you need a
I'm
break
sure it'll
from
be
your
even
shopping,
nicer with my
you are
husband
more than
around.
welcome to relax there.
It's so boring without him. Come to think of it, that girl I used to speak with, Beth was it? It's been been a while since I've seen her. Oh dear. Marguerite is successfully, I should say successfully, is married to a guy who has money.
Okay.
And in the last game, Beth, every time you found them in the store, Beth was trying to talk her up to figure out how she could get a rich husband. One of the things Marguerite pointed out is that they weren't rich when they started out.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
Did something happen in Langport? A lot of their trade companies seem to be having issues lately.
Shopping with us.
I'm worried it's not affecting our supply of imported foods. Although I suppose we should be all right for the moment.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
Canned ripe fruit.
Please, come back anytime.
Oh, that's right. He's in Langport right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the pharmacy that. Oh gosh, I forget his name. Are you going to say anything?
on the roof of this
Leland, thank
will
you.
find a
Not here
rest
today,
area
but I can
surrounded
help
by
you with
greenery.
whatever you need. He's in Langport, refusing to take up the
Should you need a
family
break from
mantle,
your
basically,
shopping,
because he
you are
prefers
more
doing
than
this.
welcome to relax there.
And more power to him. He apparently went off to Langport to try and make deals with some other pharmacies. He also said he'd be meeting up with his family again. Although he seemed a little conflicted about that part.
Allow me to assist.
Energy jelly?
I hope to see you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Who? Oh, they're up
On
there.
the roof of this building, you will find a rest
There,
area
there's
surrounded
new
by
things to
greenery.
buy. And you don't have them.
Should you need a break from your shopping,
Maybe
you are
spring,
more
but the
than
nights are
welcome to
still far
relax
too
there.
cold. For times when the seasons are a bit of a limbo, I always suggest layering. Layering is good, yes. No argument there. Of course, if you have any questions about doing so, I'll be more than glad to help you out by selling you multiple shirts. Oh, there's Beth. What are you up to, girlfriend? Aw, man. I thought I finally nabbed myself a good guy, too. Guess he was only playing with me. Why is my love life such a mess? Am I doing something wrong? Yes, you're going in with the wrong idea. You've got to like the other person, not just their bank account. Wait a second.
Should you need
Is
a break
that
from your
Marguerite?
shopping, you are more than welcome
Well,
to
I guess
relax
that's
there.
not so strange. But to think we'd be shopping here at the same time. Sigourney! I didn't think that blade would ever look good again. Well, I guess I should have expected as much from you, Sylvie. I'll never get tired of watching you work. Just so you know, I don't give out discounts or kindly praise. But I
Thank
can't
you
say
for
I don't
visiting the
appreciate it.
Western Department store.
Oh, before I forget, I just finished maintenance on one of your dad's guns.
Our
The
stores
lieutenant
have a wide
colonel's
variety
packing
of
some
fine goods
serious
for sale.
firepower. Think you could take it back with you? You're going to give a high school
hope you
girl
enjoy shopping
a
with us.
dude. Of course, leave it to me. I'm a bit lax about these things in these games.
If you need something custom made, I got you covered.
Yeah, I've
I'll
got
get
that.
more good stuff in stock soon. I carry nothing but the finest.
It's saying new stuff.
On the roof of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded by greenery. You better take good care of it. Break from your shopping, you are more than
dear.
welcome to relax there.
Known Sigourney for a long time, since she was practically in diapers. Honestly, the girl's engaged in a lot of serious training regimens, but she doesn't really have much to show for it. That being said, you can tell how hard she's working just by looking at her knife. You don't get nicks like that from wood carving. What is she doing? Okay, it says there's new stuff, but I'm not seeing new stuff, so it's a mystery.
If you need fresh vegetables and ingredients that are directly
Let's
sourced,
head out to the roof. Whoa! Oh, that's right. Night. Well, let's not interrupt a young couple. We don't hold events at night very often, but a lot of our customers like to spend some time enjoying the evening breeze once they're done shopping. Hopefully I'll have the stand up and running soon so they can have something to snack on. Make sure you stop by next time, too.
What would you like?
So sleepy.
Please stop by again sometime.
You are not up and running.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
Okay, even though it says there's new stuff there, I didn't find anything. Okay. Both ways. Cars. Oh, Woody, what you doing here? Ha ha ha! Take that, Ronald! Lockup's a good look for you, bastard! Eat dirt! I remember him from 2 years ago. Sounds like he's got quite the grudge against Ronald, too. He's still wearing a school uniform, so he did not get kicked out. Guess the news has already made the rounds. Obviously, I don't have all the details, but this seems a little harsh. I'll have to look him up later. Woody. Greta? Opeka. Hey, look at this! Someone just posted a special expose on Nina Finley. Oh? I didn't know you could get stuff like that on your T-phone. Now I really want one. She's too cute in that pic, though. Honestly, that natural beauty aesthetic she's got completely sets her apart from the other celebs. Yeah, no kidding. She might not be as much of a glitz and glamour girly as Judith is, but what she's doing works just as well. Her acting's supposed to be pretty good, too. But honestly, I think her looks really speak for themselves. Totally. Oh, and her hair looks so silky. Like, seriously? Give me a list of all her hair products. Oh my gosh. Tell me people don't really get that gaga over celebrities. Clutch. I'll be graduating soon, so I started applying to all sorts of vacancies in Edith. I keep getting lost on the bus, though, so I end up getting to my interviews too late. But I won't let that stop me. Just have to add time spent being lost to my schedule from now on. Good luck, Clutch. No one over here that I can talk to.
Never before seen treasures as the curtain.
Okay, the Iota Cafe. An Orbital Cafe. My grandma was finally discharged from the hospital. Last game, we ran a few roadblocks after Cray was blown up to get her to her grandma. Her health was really on the decline last year. I figured she might be leaving us for good. That's why I asked Arkwright Solutions for help in visiting her. But to think she actually improved. Anyway, thanks again for going through the trouble. It really meant a lot to me. I'm glad to hear she's doing better. Van's not with us at the moment, but I'll be sure to tell him later. Ilhan's been awfully chummy with Wesley lately. Well, that's fine. There's actually something else I've been worried about. Something Ilhan can get a little caught up. Sometimes Ilhan can get a little caught up in new ideas. For example, this new venture of his feels like it's going to be more of an issue than it's been in the past.
I can handle any maintenance.
Yeah, you can always use Martha's. Honestly, Breeze is one of my favorites.
Hope to see you again.
Okay, Wesley runs the department store across the way. Wesley, we should also make sure to keep the view of Tryon Mall in mind. Perhaps we should test it out. What do you think, Ilhan? Yes, you're right. And if we were to hold an event on the roof, the atmosphere would be quite compelling. However, I have a feeling the equipment setup will present an issue. Still, I think it would go a long way in boosting Western department stores' overall intrigue. If we try to think outside the box a little, I'm sure we'd be able to pull it off nicely. Think outside the box. Don't you think that's a little too vague? Well, I suppose nothing will change if we don't at least try. I'll see what we can do. See, Wesley came over to spy on the competition, and Ilhan doesn't care about competition. He just wants everybody to do well. It looks like they're beginning to collaborate on stuff.
What can I get for you? Hope it's
Is
to
that
your
better already?
satisfaction.
As long as they're willing to change with the time, a manager can always play to their store's strengths. Nostalgia has its uses, but you need to let go of the past eventually. The future holds so many new opportunities after all. Actually, I'm in the planning stages for my next venture project right now. We're still brainstorming, and I'm sure my next great idea is right around the corner.
Please at least consider my...
Key. I was just testing to see if I can synchronize my laptop's writing software with my T-phone. If it works, I'll be able to write even when I don't have my laptop on me. The amount of time that could save. I'd be able to complete all my reports in no time. Maybe I'll even finish this one earlier than I thought. More students. Oh, Odette and Albert. We saved your lives today, guys. Well, if it isn't Agnes and friends. Odette and Albert? What are you two doing out so late? We wanted to meet up to go over today's events. Like, the fact we didn't get blown up was pretty big. Yeah, thanks for all your hard work today, you three. Little Birdie told me you guys were doing some investigating when you noticed the bomb. If it weren't for you, there's no telling how many people could have been injured. So, really, thank you very much. Been great. I can be grateful for your job this time, at least, Agnes. Of course. Yeah, it was no sweat. We're just going to make triple sure Van rewards us when he gets back. Before I forget, we had something we wanted to pass on to the two of you. Oh yeah, it was a list of all the clubs participating in the festival, along with what kind of activities they plan on doing. I know you guys transferred here mid-semester, so I figured it might help you gain your footing a bit. I didn't think I'd see you after school, so I actually left it at my desk. I'll just give it to you tomorrow. Wow, that's so nice of you. Can't wait to see what all the clubs are doing. Thanks, Daddy, Birdie. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Wait, back up. Did you just call me Daddy? Why does it seem like we've already had this conversation? Albert still has some of his memories. Well, I guess that's all right. Everything should still be on track. Albert's pretty sharp. I don't know if that'll be important later or not. Okay, did I talk to people on the stairs? No, I didn't. Oh no, is she being a handful again? Sorry, Clarissa. No. I don't want to, and you can't make me. Don't be like that, Mina. Starting next month, you have to go to class without me. That sounds fun, right? But I always want to be sure to pick you up at the end of the day, so how about we do a little test? No, I don't want Mommy to leave. You have to stay with me forever. That's going to change. It's been a while since she's thrown a tantrum. Didn't think this would be such a struggle. Motherhood, the thing that no one prepares you for, no matter how much you think you're prepared for it. Wait. This guy. feel like I should know him. Jacobin. Oh, he was the anti-immigrant guy in,
Okay.
oh, the old capital, Aracion, last game. You're speaking to some people, one of whom's nodding, one of whom is waving his hand in front of his face like, get out of here.
And soar above the court, and blaze a trail for those who follow.
Hey, don't ignore me. I'm telling you to step off your soapbox. I warned you about this last year, didn't I? If you refuse, I will be forced to come back with a warrant. My pure-blooded brothers and sisters of Calvard, take the time to remember what's been taken from you. Our identity as true citizens of Calvard has been tainted over the past century. We must come together to drive out these invaders. The future of our nation is at stake. Is he going to recognize you, Agnes? No, because you're the one who, brought him down last time, but he does not recognize you. The least. Alright, that's work finished. And just in time for the final train, too. That means I can start my trip to Langport without any worries. Well, at least until it's time for negotiations. Whatever. I'll make sure I lift it up in the Eastern Theater tomorrow. She's a businesswoman that travels all over the place, but she took this job so she could travel. No, so she could do business, basically. Okay, all right. Oh! Racer Guild. That's what we're doing here. Yeah, everyone has their own little arcs in these games. That's why you go around and talk to everybody. Oh! See, how do they pronounce his name? It's not Zen, it's more like Jen? Oh, it's you guys. Heard you had a few problems to deal with today. There was a bomb threat over at Aramis, right? Something to do with a grudge? Well, I'm glad it was taken care of before anyone was hurt. You seem to be awfully well informed on the matter. I guess information moves pretty fast in the guild. Hey, you got any more details in that big brain of yours? Sorry, we left most of the investigation to the police. Yeah, unfortunately, we have our own issues to worry over. If only we had more answers. Their own issues? Wonder what's going on. It looks like Elaine's out as well. Well, it's not our problem. I say we just see ourselves out. Can we talk to anyone upstairs? Is Alvis here? No is the answer to that. Oh, that's not Alvis. Also not Alvis. Got so used to Arabonia and Crossbarrel having their racer guilds shut down, it's kind of funny to see one that's fully functioning. Topic.
One sec.
Lashkar, eh? Yeah, I figured you'd be on the case before long. Is this the case I think it is? I am assuming the guild is working on it too? I knew Lashkar had connections to the guild, but this is way more help than I thought he'd get. Well, sorry to disappoint, but we're still waiting to hear about him ourselves. We have someone hard at work on Lashkar's case right now, so we're leaving it up to him for the moment. Ooh, glad to hear the Edith branch is already on the job. It figures that Elaine's guild would be so on the ball. But who's this person you've got working on Lashkar's case? A young Bearsher named Greg. Lashkar has been talking with him a lot since the beginning of the year. He started noticing some changes in the boy before anyone else, so he went and took the initiative to investigate. Okay, big swallow of tea. Is there any way you could share any of the info he collected with us? Well, I don't see why not. Working together would probably be more efficient anyway. I kind of didn't expect you to agree so quickly. nor did I. The documentation we got from Van mentioned we'd be unlikely to get much help from the guild. Ha, that kind of ticks me off, to be honest. Well, regardless, they'll find no objections from me. We really appreciate it. So has Gray had anything to report? Well, as I'm sure you know by now, the boy's reverted to the way he was before, driven by anger and thoughts of vengeance. Amada's gone, though. Who's he going to take vengeance on? A particular concern is a fight he had with a delinquent several years older than him. Beat the man halfway to Sunday. He took on someone older than him and won? Yep. And apparently the guy even told Gray that he was way stronger than any other kid he'd seen. Seemed like it wasn't just a matter of technique either. We believe he's using something to make him more powerful than normal. Given the short time frame, I find it hard to believe that he's received any form of training either. I think his more likely cause is he's using some kind of drug. Yes, we came to the same conclusion. However, we still don't have any information on how he obtained these drugs or who he received them from. Naturally, the guild cannot afford to let this continue. We've told Gray to put everything he has into this case. Wow, this turned out to be a bigger issue than I thought it'd be. Yeah, we need to find Lashkar as soon as possible. By the way, Gray also mentioned the possibility that Lashkar's been having meetings with an unknown third party. Once we can identify that individual and their whereabouts, we'll head out in another attempt to locate Lashkar. I actually have to deal with another job at the moment, but I plan on helping with the search when I get some free time. Anyway, don't push yourselves too hard out there, okay? Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing what you could with us. We really appreciate it. That was certainly an interesting conversation. Although I can't really say we have more information than what we started with. We should talk to some more people before we rush into a decision. We've been to the Satan district? I don't think so. Let's have a look.
Let's head out.
Riverside. Riverside's not a bad idea. Let's do stuff here. Ah, looking at the car still, Alan. Edward's cars feel as dirty as ever, but Ingrid's looking pretty good, too. See, whenever you watch C1 News nowadays, they're usually talking about Aslan. He works for Ingrid, so I thought I might do a little digging on them. I was actually surprised to learn they have a lot of overlooked strengths. If only you were old enough to invest in them, kid. Police station. I'll have a look over here. Officer. Thank you for your help in apprehending the suspect. Even though the threat of Almada has been eliminated, we still have a number of criminals on our streets. For the safety of all our citizens, we must remain vigilant. These two. I was wondering when you'd show up. Hey, Agnes, you're really putting our backs into the investigation for all this. I mean, the school even wants us to hold a briefing for all parents and guardians. Man, they're just going to use it to tear us a new one. This sucks. You guys seem pretty busy. I hope everything goes well. Come on, Nate. No need to cry to civilians about it all. Anyway, don't you worry about us, Agnes. It's all part of the job. Yeah, I guess you're right. The least we can do is help everyone feel a little safer. You know, we're actually getting kind of swamped with all these cases lately. They're really starting to pile up on us. Sounds like you've got it pretty rough. You try not to screw it up, okay? I mean, we wouldn't have to put in so many hours if you guys just managed to do your job. That's a little much, don't you think? Yeah, I still gotta write up reports for the investigation. Huh? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Do you have a date? Oh well, it probably wasn't anything important. As a member of the police force, I'd like to thank you for your work today. At the same time, however, I want you to prioritize your own safety. So no more sticking your nose into dangerous situations, all right? Yes, you may be substitute brigands, but remember, you're still civilians. And don't you go forgetting that. Senior Officer Colorado, the inspector informed me that you helped capture the suspect. I just wanted to thank you again for going through the trouble. By the way, young lady, weren't you a member of Arkwright Solutions last year? Haha, I guess that means you remember me, getting arrested multiple times. Well, we make it a point to remember those involved in that line of work. That being said, where's your leader? Don't tell me he had something to do with those arrests we made. Well, anyway, it looks like you're here with a few friends of yours. Try not to get too rowdy, all right? Guess it makes sense the police don't trust people working in the shadows. It doesn't seem like he's aware we're filling in for Van, though. Yeah, but I kind of feel like he has his suspicions. Wait, shop? Although it doesn't say there's anything new, but I should check anyway. Oh, vending machine, probably. Vending machine? Vending machine? There it is. And nada. Okay, we need to go over the bridge. Oh, still painting! And I see you're part of the Gaius School of Grey. I can't believe they said something was missing. I mean, a painting can only portray so much, you know? You see, what happened at the Revolution Festival last year? I released a drawing that depicted everything that happened. And for some reason, it was evaluated to be a warped world as seen by a disturbed artist. I could understand if they had difficulty grasping the visual, but for them to put it like that? It's inconceivable! To think none of them were able to see what I was trying to portray. Does that mean I failed as an artist? Still trying to get... Ooh, it's actually really nice. Full moon. Trine Tower. You know, if you actually had some paint on the canvas, it might work a little better. Let's see what's happening with the hotel. Well, if it isn't Patriarch Bashar, all the people to run into in the Republic. I assure you the feeling is quite mutual, Marquis. Okay, do they say Marquis or Marquis in this game? Wait, if he's a Marquis, is he from Erebonia? Should I know him? Unfortunately, I had an errand to perform at the Republic branch of the Valis Investment Bank. I trust that explanation is satisfactory. I suppose that's not out of the ordinary, no. You and Valis are truly as thick as thieves. Fine then, do as you please. We'll just see how long you can avoid their grasp. It seems you're as optimistic as ever, Marquise. Well, I'll go ahead and pretend I never heard that snide remark of yours. I suppose that leaves me with the upper hand for now. Actually, what do you say for me putting a good word in for you with Valis? How dare you mock me? I would never betray the royal family like that, you swine.
I understand why you might think that.
Secretary?
Consider this.
Oh, President Jennifer. She has her own business. She was trying to get in with a couple of the senators last year. And these are my plans for next year's expansion. All you need to do is check each item off the list and make sure those involved are aware of the arrangements. Understood? Although I'm a bit surprised at how gung-ho you are about all this. After all, you've never been receptive to the ideas of other executives in the past. Well, she went through a couple of things. Well, I just figured I had some growing up to do. I'll be the first to admit I've been a bit too self-indulgent at times. But now's the perfect moment for me to step up to the plate. You all deserve a proper president for once. I remember her mentioning she got scolded by an elected official. She did. Guess he really made an impression on her. Well, she really has turned over a new leaf. You won't see me complaining. I knew it! Nate forgot he had a date. Oh my gosh, should we go back and tell him? Oh, jeez. Okay. I was so sure she was going to break up with him after last time. I can't believe he'd do this to me. Nate and I were supposed to go on a date tonight, but he never showed. And he still hasn't called either. After begging and begging to go on a date with me, this is what he does? I'll never forgive him. And the daughter of the hotel's owner. Oh, I know you. You're the substitute Spriggans that helped Eddie the other day. And I remember correctly, you're the girl that was part of Arkwright Solutions last year. I'd like to thank you all once again. Hi, you're welcome. They told me a little of what happened to Eddie. By the way, I heard you went back to Old Town recently? Yes, I wanted to meet Eddie's mother at the general store. It's helped me understand him a bit better, I think. You see, he's had plenty of his own problems to deal with. We're quite similar in that regard. Anyway, I hope to be a better friend to Eddie from now on. I see. Sounds like things are going in a good direction for you two. Either way, Eddie should be safe for the time being, so there's no need to worry about that at least. I imagine you must be under a lot of pressure. I'm glad you have a friend to lean on when things get hard. Plus, interacting with different people gives you a new perspective on life. Well, hearing that from someone like you is quite convincing indeed. Next time I speak with Eddie, I'll have to see if I can learn something new from him. Eddie is the former delinquent who runs the chestnut stand.
Allow me to
stuff in the
assist.
shop? Maserati's too. A first-class stew made by the Maserati Hotel's very own master chef.
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist. Hope to
Whoops,
see you
I
again.
wanted to talk. If you're looking for Manager Rumsfeld, he's currently in the process of making a report to the president of the Bank of Edith. If you have a message for him, I'll be happy to forward it along. Please don't hesitate to ask if you need anything else. Oh, I didn't talk to the companion. Cremona. The young miss has been rather interested in studying lately, so I've been doing my best to help her. It would seem her resentment of the president has been resolved. She's much more optimistic than she's been in the past. I believe she's come to understand not only her father's feelings for her, but the responsibility he holds as a representative of the Bank of Edith. She now wants to become an adult that can support her father among his many challenges. At least that's what it seems like. Okay, we talked to her. We're good. And out we go. Talk to the artist. Should we go tell Nate he forgot his girlfriend? No, we can't tell him. That poor girl's been through a lot. and has put up with a lot. Oh, wait, boutique. Wait. Where am I going? Here, and here.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Naomi. Welcome to Erland. Would this happen to be the first time we are meeting? I only recently started working more shifts, so I've been encountering lots of customers I've never met before. Anyway, welcome. I look forward to serving you. We have no idea what happened to the singer and his two friends from last time, do we? Because the girl in that little trio used to work here. That is not her. Ms. Sonia. Let's see. Sasha said Edward prefers a more calm and natural look, right? Oh, this is the PE teacher. Stares a little on the expensive side, though. Well, maybe it's okay to splurge a little. She's getting ready for her date with her student's brother. Welcome to Erland Boutique. Please take a moment to look over our brands and selections for this season. We were able to put together a few styles that were shown in last year's Edith's Girl collection.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Oh, a gift for a van. Elder's coat. Ooh, that's good for him. Ooh, reduces evasion. He's a little delicate for someone I put on the front line all the time. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Increases defense, though. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'll think about it. Noble dress. Ooh, actually that improves Agnes's stats quite a bit. Also takes her evasion down. But I think the defense elements probably make up for that. Noble heals. Let's get one set for Agnes.
I hope to see you again.
Let's go.
Well, after we dropped all that on you, I suppose you do. Okay, go around the corner. There's the basketball court. Yeah, I do have everything.
And now it's time for
Oh, hey.
song of the week.
You're those acting Spriggans who helped Frala and Eddie out of that jam they were in. I didn't get a chance to thank you earlier, so I'll say it now. Thanks. Don't mention it. I'm just glad you didn't end up getting hurt. All right, you got wrapped up in something while I was away, right? I heard you ran into some trouble with Desire. Oh, hey, you up for a game of basketball? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Not right now. Did you know that Simon is actually the head of the basketball team here? Yeah, but said team is just made up of street basketball players. It's all right, though. The other guys and I just enjoy the sport. And we're going toe-to-toe with strangers. And lately, we've been practicing and playing games with people who are new to basketball and want to give it a spin. Huh. Well, I'll definitely think about trying it out. We'd love to play with you. And if you need someone to show you the ropes, I'm your man. Hurt. Talk about easy wins. When I could have won that match blindfolded. Are the other district's teams that weak? That said, my teammates need to up their game too. I scored half the damn points in that game. Yeah, 'cause you hogged the damn ball. Simon wasn't blowing smoke when he said you were as cocky as all get out. For real, like your arrogance is totally off the charts. Hey, if you got time to quibble, you got time to dribble. Let's get in some more practice, yeah? It was tough watching that sorry performance you guys put on. So if you want, I'll be down to help whip you into shape. Holy crap, did I hear that right? Kurt's offering to help us practice? Did hell freeze over when I wasn't looking? You know, I guess he has mellowed out a little lately. Did something happen to you, man? Oh, shut the hell up. You're just gonna make fun of me. I'm not helping you. Oh, you the people helped me out the other day. Again, thanks a million. Oh, right. You're the girl that the Desire thugs kidnapped. I remember now. You're that girl who's always hanging around the basketball team. You look right as rain. Love to see it. I've also heard about you. I'm really glad you're safe. What you went through must have been traumatic. Listen, if you ever need to talk about what happened, we'll be happy to lend an ear. Ah, what? Do you want to be my therapist? I appreciate the concern, but I'm all right, really. Are you, though? Nothing's happened since then, so I think I'm in the clear. But in case I'm wrong there, Simon and the rest of the game will protect me for sure. I'm relieved to hear that. It sounds like you have a good support system. If something does happen, though, please don't try to face it alone.
Gonna eat something? Another swig.
You're one of the Spriggan's assistants, right? It's been a while. Care to have a seat? Don't believe I've ever seen you two, though. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. Kanza. It's nice to see you again. We'll be back to eat when we get some free time. I don't think I've ever seen food like that before. Looks like it could be Eastern. Yeah, isn't it one of those Far Eastern dishes? I hear people talk about it every now and then. It smells so good, though. I'm practically drooling. Well, I'm glad to hear you're interested. If you'd like to come on back sometime, you can always find me here. I mostly sell soba dishes, but I have a few skewers for sale, too. Feel free to stop by whenever.
Hey, welcome.
Oh. Ooh, that sounds good. Buckwheat tea.
Don't be a stranger.
Not so sure. And who do we have over here? Oh, Maxime. And who are you? Aslan. Is that your competition? Isn't he the Etwis driver? Or is that who he drives for? I'm not sure. Oh, that's Maxime and... Aslan? Isn't he a Z1 racer too? He's always in the news. Sorry to intrude on your day like this, but I just really wanted to buy you a drink. By the way, I heard you set a new record in your last race. Seems you're building quite the reputation. Well, thank you. I'll always welcome praise from Maxime Lugan. Just so you know, though, I intend to give you a run for your money. So try not to hold a grudge against me next time we face off. Haha, that's the spirit. I look forward to the challenge. You might be catching up on my times, but I'll never relinquish the champion seat so easily. And I'd expect nothing less. You're what I've always wanted to be, Maxim. So see you in the finals, Red Comet. It'll be the greatest showdown yet. You know, this skewer is pretty good, but I should be heading back to the circuit for now. Need to get my blood pumping with a few laps. I've got to bring out your best, after all. Oh, I figured. That's why I ordered a non-alcoholic drink for you. Just know you won't be getting one over on me that easily. Okay, I think we're good. That's if you want to play basketball, the blue exclamation mark. Okay, I've been to the market. I haven't been to the tower. Riverside's where we're going next. Well, for the quest. Let's go to the tower real fast, or should we? I don't know, that's likely to take some time. Where are we? Oh, okay, we've got plenty of time. Oh, there's stuff happening. Well, the red exclamation is for ending everything, but it looks like something's happening in Old Town, too. Go to Riverside first. Subway entrance.
Then let's head over.
Some Nothing new to buy over here. Oh, it's Bermontes. Of course it is.
Sweetheart.
Toa! Drinking an adult beverage. I bet you got carded, girl. Hey, it's Tiny Teach. Welcome, welcome, my darling guest. What are you three doing here? Oh, Sorry, Toa. You have the high-pitched voice that I'm kind of having trouble doing right now. I trust you're not up to anything bad, right? As an instructor, I'm afraid I can't condone my students partaking in such an establishment. Oh, we're not here to drink. Don't worry, I'm only kidding. I know you're just here to see Bermati. I was actually getting some info from him as well. He walked right into the middle of our conversation. We were talking about how discrimination against people from the Empire has finally managed to die down a bit. Yeah, I guess you're right. The general attitude towards them seems to have lightened up in the past few years. The fact that people hold Fee in high regard now is proof. I suppose it's too much to ask for long years of discard to be resolved in such a short time. It's nice to see us working towards reconciliation, though. On a similar note, the relations between Crossbell and the Empire have also improved considerably. Although I would think much of that improvement is thanks to the Round of Seven. Isn't that right, Toei? Yes, that's right. I'm sure everyone's been doing their part to cooperate to the best of their ability. Especially Ren. Especially Reen. I'm getting Ren and Reens mixed up again. Especially Reen. He's been working with His Imperial Majesty in all matters of issues in the Empire. I keep trying to tell him not to overdo it, but he's always been a little stubborn. He sounds like a real workhorse. No, thank you. Well, I can't say I'm too familiar, but it sounds like both the Ashen Chevalier and the Round of Seven haven't changed very much. You know the Ashen Chevalier, Miss Toa? I knew you were well connected, but Reen Swartzer and Ms. Toa, not only were they fellow students, but they seem to be co-workers as well. Everything I've read about him is based on rumors, though. I wonder what he's really like. There are 4 games you can play if you want to find out what a main protagonist who has deep depression, bouts of deep depression is like. Boy, that kid needed a therapist so badly. I keep in touch with my juniors through an app called the Round of Seven. It was launched about 3 years ago. Lately, I've been trying to keep them informed on what's happening in the Republic. I've even mentioned Swin and Nadia to them a few times. They're really hoping you to enjoy your school lives. I'm imagining a room full of saps looking at us. It's kind of creepy. What she means to say is we appreciate it.
Cheers to a great night.
Blurry night? Okay, we'll take 2 of those and see if he's involved. And it looks like we used those up already, so we'll take 2 more of those.
See you later.
And do you have anything to say to us? How strange, and on your first day, no less. I would say it's to be expected for the life of the substitute Spriggan, but at least you still have the rest of the school year ahead of you, right? Well, at least the jukebox doesn't act like you can play it. It used to be you could run up to this jukebox, there'd be a little thing, you could hit the triangle key, and nothing would happen. Oh. These 2 got back from Longport. Or Longline? That new chapter was amazing! The scene where Akira and Shadow Akira crossed paths once more? It's like the emotion was flying right off the page. I think it really added to the depth of the Dark Hero's character, too. Boy, I sure am glad I came along on your trip. Uh-huh. Is that right? I never got a chance to enjoy myself. I've got so many more fans now, too. Man, are they never going to let me relax? Looks like her mind's wandering off. Maybe she's already planning the next plot twist. Well, I'll let you get back to it then. I look forward to next week's issue. Hey, Cronin, you don't have much of a love life, do you? Huh? How could you tell? Man, I really thought that trip was my chance to take it easy for once. Does he get a kick out of making my life harder or something? We do have one request, actually. It's about the next chapter's lineup. Mia's won a lot of the popularity polls, right? So maybe we can have her pop in for a bit. I know that might be a lot to ask, but just consider it. Please. Mia, huh? I didn't actually have anything in mind, so whatever is fine with me. She is pretty easy to draw, too. I'll just whip something up real quick.
Okay.
At least she made it back safely. Oh yeah, let's head down here. Talk to everyone in the stalls. Oh, these two. Bike guy and jogging woman. Hey, Selma. Can tell you've been jogging again. Here, I bought you a coffee. Thanks, Lodi. That was really nice of you. Well, you deserve a little treat after all the work you've done. Still, you've really been running a lot lately. Got some kind of goal you're working toward? Yeah, something like that. Oh, crap. There's no way I can tell him I'm just trying to lose weight so I can get a boyfriend. Actually, there's a marathon that happens in the capital every May. I was thinking that maybe I could participate in the one that's coming up. But I'd probably just end up embarrassing myself. I don't think that you will. Huh? Don't give up, Selma. I'm sure we can make your dream come true somehow. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but what does that mean? It means he's going to train you till you drop, probably.
Come on in and eat your fill. My stuff can't be beat. I'll be
So
waiting
we don't
for
have anything new for you? Are you doing the busking? No. Oh, there's something missing. My tacos won't win without it. Maybe we should add something more stimulating. An ingredient that really fires up the senses. Well, whatever it is, I'll find it. Anything to beat Shino's bar. Damn, my mouth is really burning. Primo's been trying out more ideas for our new menu item. She's had me eating nothing but habaneros all day. Why am I her taste tester anyway? Just whose stand does she think this is? Maybe I should take a more firm stance with her.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Riverside than here.
Racer? Oh, there's Elvis. Let's talk on this side since Elvis is a semi-regular. Phew, feels like it's been a while since we've had troublemakers in town. I can't believe it ended in us making a trip to Crossbell. Yeah, white collar screams are the worst. Glad it's over. Anyway, you've been doing a lot of training lately, haven't you? I'll be depending on you, Mr. B rank. Haha, only a little. I mean, I just want to be able to protect people on my own from now on. But mostly, I want Regina to stop telling me I'm hopeless without her. Well, I have a feeling getting stronger won't solve that issue. Wait, what? Why do you say that? Oh boy, men sure are hopeless. Haha, I can't help but feel a little sorry for Regina. Regina's another bracer. We're probably too young to go into the club, but let's poke our nose in just in case. Oh, who got in? Anything here? No. Hey, you came just in time. We have a surprise gift performing today. Her skills are amazing, and she's definitely no amateur. Admission's free, too, so come on in. What? Who's this gonna be? Oh, everybody's dancing. Female singer. Oh my gosh! It's Nina in one of her disguises as a street busker. Both she and Judith will put on disguises and go out in the population to help their craft. Female singer. Thank you for letting me join on such short notice. The time we spend together is yours and mine alone. I must make this a night to remember. Spectators. Woohoo! Oh, it's pretty lively in here. Wait, where have I seen her before? Where indeed? Can you talk some more? Come on, everyone. Raise those voices. Get your blood pumping. Sounds like you're doing aerobics. Anyone else to talk to in here? Chat. Miss Leafa? I like to come out to the concert hall to drink on occasion. Gives me a chance to listen to new music. I had no idea some of my students would be here, though, and I was just starting to feel a buzz. Yeah, getting drunk in front of your students, bad idea. Oh my gosh, some of them are here. Thelma and Prince. Preparing for the festival is fun and all, but it's always nice to take a break every now and then. Hee hee.
Okay.
Oh, Nina. I'm glad I did that. I almost didn't come in. Okay, Riverside Temple. Let's head over there. Look out for cars. Did I talk to you guys? Rooney. Thank you for always taking the time to play with Earl. Sorry, I didn't think we'd be gone for so long. We played hide and seek today, Mommy, and Rooney's really bad at it. I won after I climbed that big tree. A tree? Earl, that's very dangerous. What? It's not like it was hard or anything. She sure has a lot of energy to burn, huh? Whoop. And after I said look out for cars, they will honk at you. I've yet to be hit by one. Hello, Priest Kyra. There was a particular sister that I had grown close to in the past. Although she was of Central Eastern descent, she joined a Western-style church. But then, a nuclear weapon. I can hardly believe it. I must remain strong for her younger brother. Speaking of...
Do you have a moment?
Oh, this is about Lashkar, isn't it? To be honest, I've been worried about him myself. The boy's been so torn up over his hatred of Almada recently. It's almost like he's gone back to his old self. You really think he's declined that much? I thought he'd finally started to recover. There must have been something that triggered his change in attitude. Do you have any idea what that could be? Well, I imagine it had something to do with Nero. Nero? Was that a friend of his? No, it's the name of a cat that one of the little girls in Cray was taking care of. I assume he must have been lost in the explosion then. Most likely, yes. But regardless, Lashkar's been determined to find him ever since. That's what eventually led to him happening upon another cat that looked just like him. I'll never forget the look on his face when he said, maybe Nero made it out alive after all. He couldn't be convinced otherwise. Now that I think about it, I feel like he has mentioned something about a cat before. But I've got a feeling the one he found wasn't actually Nero, huh? Unfortunately not. The pattern on his fur was strikingly similar, but it was a completely different cat. Once Lashkar came to realize that, his temper flared up again. So the reality he was trying to ignore came back to bite him in the end. Honestly, I can't help feeling that we failed the poor thing. Failed to save him from his internal torment. If we're to have any hope of helping him this time, we'll need to treat this much more seriously than we did before. I agree. Once we find him, I hope we can count on you and the rest of the chapel to look after him again. While we're still on the subject, though, have you noticed anything else going on in relation to Lashkar? Yeah, I get the feeling the whole Nero thing isn't what pushed him over the edge. There's got to be something else we're missing. The drugs, remember? Actually, I did hear an interesting tidbit from a few of the parishioners recently. Apparently, Lashkar's been running around Riverside at night. From what I understand, he comes here even on days when he doesn't have Sunday school, but he's never seen going into any other business. I doubt he'd come out here just to goof off. The question is, where was he headed? I can't say for certain, but I've heard he's been spending time under the bridgeway along the river. Some rather unseemly types seem to have been around those areas lately, which makes me all the more worried. Thank you again for all your help, Mother Kyra. The details you shared should definitely help us track him down. Of course. If he gets Lashkar home safely, I'm happy to help. Oh, Arusha, may Lashkar be blessed in your grace, and may you grant Agnes and her friends your guidance and protection. Well, I believe we've spoken to everyone familiar with Lashkar. I think we have a pretty good handle on what's going on now. Me and S have a few ideas already, but you really helped us narrow them down, Aggie. You're just as quick on the uptake as Van said you were. You really think so? Anyway, let's go back over everything one more time so we can figure out our next steps. I've talked to so many people. Let's see if I can remember all of this. Well, I think we have enough info to piece together what Lashkar has been up to. Yes, however, we still don't fully understand what brought about the change in his mental state, or why someone's attempting to take advantage of him. Well, at the very least, we know that he's been meeting up with an individual under the bridges. It's our best lead right now. Yeah, the lady in the chapel said he'd been wandering around the riverside, right? And hasn't there been a lot of dangerous activity lately by the underground maintenance tunnel? That's right. I have a feeling that's where Lashkar's been heading off to. Especially considering what the Bracer Guild told us about the possibility of drugs being involved. However, while we know Lashkar's been spotted in the area, no one's actually seen him entering the underground maintenance tunnel. The area is incredibly inconspicuous, though. I have a feeling we have the right place. Yeah, Riverside as a whole seems like a pretty convenient location for whoever Lashkar's dealer is. Don't you think so, Aggie? Ah, it sounds like you're already one step of me, Nadia. But you're right. Yazan mentioned there were people from the Central East with ties to the criminal underworld. After all, if that's who pushed Lashkar into this, it would explain the meeting place. The chapel he goes to is here in Riverside, and there are more Central Easterners here than in other districts. Which means it'd be easier for them to blend in. That explains why they're so willing to do this stuff in public. At any rate, we should check out the underground maintenance tunnel and see if we can find any more leads. I'm with you all the way, Aggie. And if somebody's down there, I should be able to sense them, no problem. Yeah, it can't hurt to do a little reconnaissance. Let's go take a look. Now we're going to the other side. Let's go this way to the other side. Dead end, so there shouldn't be any cars bothering us. Am I in the right place? Sort of. Oh, I need to go down by the river where you had your very first adventure on, yes? You think the monsters are tougher now? There's a child's footprints here. They look fresh. Anything on your end, Nadia? I'm not really picking up anything. But looking at the map, this tunnel's pretty long, isn't it? It's hard to get a clear reading of the inside when we're all the way out here. Huh? Aren't you guys... Ray? What are you doing here? So it is you, Agnes. And these must be the two substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. Hazel told me you guys would be helping out with Lashkar's case. I'm surprised you already managed to sniff this place out. Seems Van trained you guys well. Actually, I think we just got lucky. Because the information everyone gave us was so helpful, all we had to do was narrow down his location. I was hoping we might be able to track down the person Lashkar's been meeting with as well. Huh? Wait a second. I thought you guys knew he was inside already. What? Did you follow them here? Yeah, I managed to puzzle out where they'd be meeting so I could trail one of them. It's been about 30 minutes since Lashkar first entered. I bet anything he's meeting with whoever his dealer is right now. My hope was to secure their meeting place, expose whoever's behind this, and get Lashkar back home. So you're using Lashkar as bait to pin down the ringleader. It's a little surprising, considering the kid's so fond of you, I mean. From a risk management perspective, I made the best decision I could. If all I did was put a stop to Lashkar meeting with the dealer, the larger issue wouldn't just disappear. Well, I guess that seems reasonable enough. Not the kind of thing I'd expect from a bracer, though. I understand where you're coming from. But for right now, are you willing to give us a hand? Of course. I don't have any problem working with you guys. I plan to make my move soon, though. Once you're ready, let's start making our way in. Me and S are ready to go when you are, Aggie. This might take a while. I doubt we'd be able to come back out for supplies, either. Yeah, we're good. Just something you might want to take into account. Right, let me think here. We're heading to the underground tunnel. I'm ready. Let's get going. This might be the only chance we get to save Lashkar. Alright, let's head in. Is this a dungeon? I had a feeling we wouldn't find anyone. Actually, I'm sensing someone further in. This tunnel has a pretty complicated layout, though. I can't make up for very much. And my Zypha's not detecting anything other than monsters in the vicinity. We stop to look around right now. We'll just eat up time. Let's wait until we're further in. Yeah, there's no time to waste. What do you say we take the shortcut route we can, far end? I'm sure we can handle anything that comes up along the way. Good idea. Let's hurry. What are they planning to do by bringing him in here anyway? So what are they after? Why Lashkar? It just doesn't... Is something wrong? Nope. I was just thinking about how you seem a little unusual for a bracer. You felt for Lashkar, listened to his trouble, and even now, your main focus is on saving him. It feels like you can really relate to the little guy, which would mean you've been through a lot yourself. I'm just trying to do what I can to help. I mean, he's counting on me, so I have to keep him from making the same mistakes I did. Nadia? What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just having a little chit-chat, that's all. We're coming. Oh my gosh. Armed men. Jaegers? Nice work out there, kid. How are you feeling? Your body getting used to it yet? He wants to join a Jaeger car? Yeah, it feels good. I can get as angry as I want. I can hate as much as I want. And it fills me with power. I get stronger the more I think about them. The ones who murdered everyone in my village. Yeah, looks like he's taking it even better than we expected. In that case, we should be able to up his dosage. You know, I wasn't expecting much from the rumors at first, but this kid's got some pretty serious rage built up inside. Got a real nose for talent, Commander Javid. Especially to find a kid like this among a bunch of peace-leafing rubes like the ones here in Calvert. Why don't you say that? Pretty easy to spot talent in the Blacklight District, don't you think? At least easier than spotting it on the battlefield. Letting this kid fade into oblivion would have been a real tragedy if you ask me. If you raise him right, he'll make for a hell of a warrior. I get stronger, I can do anything. Otherwise, I can't. I couldn't protect. Yes, think of that hatred as your fuel. Seems I was right to have high hopes for you. It looks like our visitors have finally arrived. What did you think we wouldn't notice? These guys must be part of that one Jaeger car from the Central East. Scorpions of Sahat, I think it was. I'm surprised they noticed us. Guess the rank of captain still means something even in C-tier Jaeger groups. True, even they did get knocked out of last year's death game in the first round. Ha 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 ha! The group dispatched to Aracion was one of our least skilled units. We'd be wise not to conflate them with the best we have to offer. But that little mishap did force us to reflect on increasing the strength of our military prowess. Huh? What are you doing here? This is none of your concern. Lashkar? What have you done to him? They really have been giving him enhancement drugs. They seem different from the ones Almada were using, though. Don't get the wrong idea. He came to us with nowhere to go, seeking power, and tormented by loneliness. All we did was give him the means to convert those feelings into the power he so desperately wanted. Enough. You really think you can get away with manipulating a child into taking narcotics? I'm offended you put our herb on the same level as your poison, as that poison Almada liked to dole out. See, in our homeland, there aren't any laws that prohibit its use, so it hardly seems fit to judge by your standards, don't you think? And you want to know something funny? It's not illegal in Calvert, either. Is this really what you want, Lashkar? My god, his eyes are glowing. I thought you wanted to be a bracer so you could protect Annie. Whatever happened to that little boy? Is this what his idea of strength is? But back then, I couldn't protect anyone. You were in town. You weren't there. You would be dead if you were there. I understand why you want to drown your hatred. Maybe understand better than anyone else. But even if you were to accomplish what you hope to with it, you'd never be able to feel pride for what you've done. He's right, you know. Getting that kind of power as a child is a way of haunting people for the rest of their lives. I've seen a lot of kids broken because of it. I can't say it's something I'd recommend. You're right, this isn't the type of power you want. It'll end up swallowing you whole. There's a strength beyond all the suffering you're feeling. It's one you have to find for yourself. Why are we looking at his back? Heck, if that's all it takes to throw him off, then maybe the kid really was a waste of time. It's not that simple. He's just feeling conflicted. If we can show him that the path we've laid out for him is one of true power, we'll find his resolve. I guess that means we've got to prove we're right, then. And yes, I'll look for an opening and try to pull Lashkar out of there. You three draw their fire until I can get to him. Understood. We'll do our best. Just be careful, okay? We were given a job, and we're not leaving here until we finish it. Lashkar's coming with us.
Destroy them!
Let's see what we have.
Loading enemy stats.
Get ready!
Level 23. We don't have a lot in the way of CP.
We've got this in the bag.
Well, I just got finished saying we don't have a lot in the way of CP.
We're doing good.
You don't have anything that delays, do you? Not really.
Get ready!
The ones with swords are going to come after us.
Don't underestimate me.
I'm a bit worried about them all coming up to hit us. And being out of the way of the magic. Let's try
Initializing
this.
drive.
My turn.
That worked. Let's do it. Mark is the obvious thing.
Activating skill.
Too slow. You're done.
Our time to shine.
Might want a boost here.
I'll finish you.
All set.
Everybody? I have everybody. Okay.
One skill coming right up. I'm putting you in charge, Captain Tuttle. Okay, charge! And finish! What the?
Speed enhanced.
There!
Damage down. Good.
Aggie?
Ah! She got one with Death Blow. She got several with Death Blow.
I'll take you on.
Wow, that is a really amazing feat. That spell.
Stay on guard.
The only one still up is Commander Javid.
Easy does it.
Initializing drive. Full boost. Hit them with...
I'll finish. Activating skill.
Nadia! There! You got this, Aggie! Here we go! All set.
Yeah, just whack him. Here you go. Okay, I was a little worried about those guys. For absolutely no reason. You're all stronger than I thought. I suppose I underestimated you. You're right. We are strong. Even without Finn, we're fully capable of putting a stop to your schemes. Captain, the kid's gone. What? Don't try to call foul now. Your feint is a valid strategy in warfare. These Jaegers, I'm sure you know that all too well. Damn it, we failed. After all the times I told you to keep an eye on your sixes. Nice job, Gray. You know, you're not half bad. Ever consider becoming an assassin? Now that Lashkar's safe, there's no need to stay here any longer. She's pinned him as a former assassin turned bracer. There's actually quite a few of those. No, we run. You think you can run from us? Pincher them on the both flanks. Pincher or pincer? Pincer, I think. Oh, how considerate. You must be a real hit with the ladies. Not that I have eyes for anyone but S, of course. Enough talk, let's move. Did he just throw the kid down? I guess. Lashkar, are you awake? Is the drug wearing off? No, I can't. Damn it! I don't think the drugs are affecting him anymore. But he still seems pretty unstable. He needs mental help, dear. And who can blame him? That's why he wanted an easy solution. A way to turn away from it all. That's how they were able to reel him in. He just has to keep moving forward. He needs to face what's going on inside him, no matter how difficult that may be. Yeah, but I really think he can do it, even if he did have a bit of a stumble. Look out! An ambush. We'll never be able to hold off this many of them. I'll take that as an act of the goddess to turn the tide in your favor this time. It'll take an act of the goddess. So what's it going to be? Fight and risk death? Or hand the boy over and leave with your head still attached? I don't think so. You messed with the wrong kid, Scorpions. You did a bang-up job on your own, Gray. Now let us handle the rest. You guys. Ooh, is that Regina? Sorry we're late. Took us a little to put together what was going on. There's Regina. Zen and Elaine had other business, but I figured we could spare the rest of the crew. I can't believe the Scorpions of Zahat were behind all this. I'm sure you filled his head with all kinds of crap trying to turn him into one of your child soldiers. I didn't think this guild would come out in full force. What do we do, Captain? We withdraw. Too bad about the boy, but we have little choice. Really? Didn't you hear me? I said withdraw. It's time to cut our losses. We can't afford to waste resources right now. What are they up to? Yes, sir. Damn. Would have preferred to capture them, but they're fast little suckers. Oh, Lashkar. I'm so sorry I didn't realize what was happening. Kinda. Damn it. Damn it all. Lashkar, do you think you've managed to calm down a little? Calm down? What do you mean, calm down? Me pretending to be calm was what led to all of this. None of the adults understand. They don't think I'm sad or holding a grudge. But while I was just sitting around, all those Armada bastards were killed off. So why do I still feel so empty inside? Please, somebody, tell me why. I get it now. You weren't after revenge. Had all these feelings of anger and sorrow, and once it was over, everyone wanted to go right back to normal. Once I found out Nero was gone too, I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought, if I could just run away from it all. It's when those guys from Zahat started telling me their drugs could help me escape what I was feeling. And that I'd never lose anything ever again if I just got stronger. Ashkar, I know exactly what you're feeling. Being powerless, it's... No, you don't. Grown-ups don't understand anything. Hey, we understand a lot better than you think. I told you before, didn't I? We're the same. I lost my family to Almada too. All I could think about was revenge. But I found my way back, and that's why I'm here now. You lost your family? I kind of figured it was something like that. He's finally come to terms with it. Well, good for you, but that's why I have to. Do you really think all those people were your best chance? You want to be strong, right? But if it's true strength you're after, there's a better path for that. A path where, no matter what style you choose, it'll be a strength you earned. A strength that's yours and yours alone. That's why that shortcut they promised can't hold a candle to what you can do on your own. I kind of wonder if all those guys took the same quote-unquote shortcut. They're famous for their child soldiers. Even if it'll be a struggle to get there, you have plenty of time to find your way. You just have to be a bit patient while you look for it. It's how it was for me in S, too. Right. I'm sure you'll find something that'll guide you in the right direction. And once you do, you'll make everyone in Crave Village proud. Annie included. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Gray handed Lashkar a handmade charm with the Bracer Guild's emblem on it. Oh, that's right. He had that in Cray Village. This is the charm that Annie made for me. At first, I thought maybe you'd just forgotten about it. But now I realize this is what you are running from all along. Because if you didn't, you might remember the person you were. The real you. If your heart still aches at the sight of it, it's a sign that you haven't given up. It's not too late, Lashkar. We can move forward, together. Why? Oh, that got me cheered up a little bit. Once Lashkar had settled down, the group decided that bringing him back to the guild would be the best option. Yes, if you're going to raise child soldiers, the guild is the better choice. They do have very young guild members sometimes. Due to Lahad's familiarity with the drug that was used, he was able to treat Lashkar's symptoms quickly and efficiently. All these L names. Thankfully, the substance had only been administered a handful of times. Lashkar was expected to make a full recovery. There's Zin, there's Elaine. Both Zin and Elaine were concerned for the boy and rushed back to the guild upon hearing news of his situation. So, that's what happened, huh? Well, looks like Ray ended up being the right man for the job after all. Glad you were able to rescue the kid before it was too late. I must commend the rest of you for coming to his aid as well. Your arrival seems to have played a pivotal role. And of course, Agnes, Swin, Nadia, thank you again for all of your support. Of course, we would never turn a blind eye to Lashkar, or any resident of Grey Village for that matter. Furthermore, it's our duty to help in Van's stead. Honestly, though, we wouldn't have made it very far without a certain bracer in training laying that groundwork for us. I did just what anyone else would do. Besides, I'm the one that... Personally, Lahad was the one who impressed me the most. How'd you learn to detox someone like that? Never thought of you as the brainy type. What, you thought I was just some meathead? See, in the Central East, it's not uncommon to run into people using drugs and herbs like that. When I was stationed at the guild there, they did a pretty good job of drilling us on all the basic treatment methods. That being said, we've only treated his symptoms. He'll need to be examined later by an actual doctor. Yeah, good decision there, Elaine. Will going to a doctor give him a record for doing drugs, though? Yeah, I could see that being an issue for any background checks in the future. For most people, it's a good opportunity for rehabilitation. But for Lashkar, it'll just make it harder for him to get on the straight and narrow. That's true. We'll need to remember to keep his future in mind when making any further decisions. Who should treat Lashkar? Isabella. I was wondering. Do you think we should let Isabel treat him in the secret? That way his record will be kept clear. A doctor from the Black Light District. I've heard she does good work, but... What? You must be joking! How could we trust him to come back to some back alley doctor? Take it easy, Elvis. In spite of where she's from, I can at least vouch that she's a fairly competent doctor. Still, you must have a pretty good reason if you're willing to suggest something like that to us. I do. I want Lashkar to face up to his mistakes. As we mentioned, taking him to a normal hospital will result in him having a permanent mark on his record. But it won't actually affect him until he gets older. I worry that he won't learn his lesson. Oh, I get it. You think having him treated in the Blacklight District will serve as some kind of wake-up call. I was thinking she could come here. We can pay her to do that. Why are we taking him there? A trial by fire, huh? That's surprising coming from you, Agnes. Well, Van's been rubbing off on her. You might be right, though. Could be exactly what he needs at the moment. Not you too, Lahad. Elaine, say something to them? Surely you don't think this is a good idea. Well, it's certainly not ideal. She makes a good point. And as long as we have some safeguards in place, it might be worth looking into. The Guild will handle any negotiations with Isabel. We'll raise the money for treatment, too. However, that does mean we'll be the ones setting all the terms as well. We'll move forward with it as long as nobody has any objection. What do you say, little lady? Yes, that sounds fine to me. I just want to help Lashkar get back to living a normal life again. Understood. Let's go ahead and talk this over with Hazel. Look at the ball rolling on everything. Oh, all right. I guess I'm willing to compromise. Thank you all for being so understanding. So as now the only thing left to deal with is Lashkar's emotional state. He's been drowning in his pain for so long. I think getting him to work through it all is going to be pretty difficult. Still, I have a feeling he'll be all right in the end. Yeah, me too. He'll be fine as long as he's got people like Gray to sympathize with him. I think you might be overestimating what I'm capable of. I mean, it's not like I'm a therapist. Levy Arnold, a B-rank bracer stationed at the head branch in Le Mans. She was tasked with working undercover to gather intel. A lot of her information was obtained by spying on Almada. Unfortunately, she was killed in the line of duty. She was your older sister, wasn't she, Gray? So that's what he meant. Oh. We know you lied about your nationality and work history to get into the Guild. And we know the reason why you were trying so desperately to enter the Republic. In fact, we've known for a while now. You wanted revenge. That's what all that training was for. And all that digging through confidential info. So that's why he understands how Lashkar feels. You knew the whole time? Then why would you let me stay? I took advantage of my position to do so many horrible things. So, why? Shoulder pat. Well, let's just say we spent a lot of time observing your behavior. I'm sure you realized it for yourself by now. That grudge isn't the only thing that's been motivating you. That's right. You continue to display a strong sense of both conscience and duty. Your actions don't lie. Kana, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Lashkar's been going through. It's not like you didn't go through it yourself, girlfriend. I just want to thank you all for giving us another chance. Of course, this isn't something you should have to shoulder on your own. It takes a village, right? And yes, don't mention village to survivors of the Cray Village massacre. I've heard you've been keeping an eye on Lashkar for us for a while now. They told me you leapt into action as soon as you found him. Words can't express how grateful I am. For that, Gray, you've done a lot for the people of Edith. So, let me ask you this. Where do you want to go from here? Do you even need to ask? I want to keep moving forward, and I want to keep protecting this city. Well, if that's what you really want, you better be prepared to work your ass off. I feel like maybe I said something I shouldn't have. Everything's all right, yeah? You're fine, Hannah. Actually, you just did Gray here a pretty big favor. I'm glad we were here to help. These two are going to be just fine. Yeah, they'll get back on their feet in no time. But it probably wouldn't hurt to check in on them every now and then. Yeah, I want to make sure their problems end with us. Solving problems isn't exactly what I'm known for, but it feels pretty good knowing we helped save a kid's future.
Request completed.
Reward deposited.
Gray and Chaos. Gray rank up. Obtain Mare Gray through Mare's and Van synchronization. I will equip that on him. Next time. This went a bit longer than I thought it would. A little bit more running around next time. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good rest of your day.